Thank you, Boston. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. I'm feeling a little uppity tonight. Doctors say I suffer from bipolar disorder. I gotta be honest with you guys, though. Really only suffer about half the time. Other half pretty bitchin'. Love to take my shirt off and go for a run through a bad neighborhood at 2 in the morning. High-fiving every hooker on every corner. She's like, hey, baby, you want a date? I'm like, no, not a good time for a date, but you're beautiful and I believe in you. That's a big part of being manic, guys. Telling people you don't know that you believe in them. If you're receiving reassurance from someone that you don't know that well, schedule a wellness check. They're about to crash, let me tell you guys. Love to go on every manic person's favorite mobile app, Facebook, okay? I love Facebook. I like to add every single person on the people you may know tool. Then I wake up to texts confused from my friends. Like, why did you add my cousin Kaylee on Facebook at 3 in the morning? I'm like, whoa, buddy, I did not add your hot cousin Kaylee on Facebook. Must have been a glitch in the algorithm. It's not all sunshine and daisies, though, guys. Sometimes I get sad. Sometimes I get depressed. You know, I get depressed. I'm trying to deal with my depression by writing sad guy poetry. And that doesn't work at all. Nobody wants a sad guy writing sad poetry. If a girl writes sad poetry, it's fine. They're like, she's so misunderstood. She's got beauty within. She needs someone to show her the light and sweep her off her feet, whatever the fuck. If a guy writes sad poetry, they're like, he doesn't live near a school, does he? There is a fine line between a sad guy's poetry and a manifesto that rhymes. I was feeling sad, and I was feeling sad for like several weeks, and I realized I might have a real problem, so I went to the urgent care. I got tested for COVID, but while they were testing me for the COVID, they asked me some questions, and all I did was answer honestly, which I thought is what you're supposed to do. And then they made me go to the hospital against my will. Which, going to the hospital against your will is actually the best way to go to the hospital, I think, because nobody's ever like bleeding out from a car wreck. Like, I'm just kidding, it was for attention, right? It was serious, you know, they let me out, I'm working on my stuff, guys, I'm working on my stuff, you know, I'm pretty kind of killing it, I don't get to brag, I live in a studio apartment, so, it's cool. People call me, I tell them I'm in the studio, you know, it makes me feel productive. It's like, can't talk right now, I'm in the studio, call you back, boom, go back to masturbating and playing Crash Bandicoot. Got a Tasmanian devil in one hand, got a bandicoot in the other, let's go, we're doing marsupials tonight, that's what's up. And then when people would call me, I'd be in my car, I'd tell them I was on the road. Between being in the studio and on the road, this comedy thing's going pretty well, guys. I mean, I just got out of rehab. They say third time's the charm, am I right? Third time's the charm. I went 9 times, so not gonna lie. I was living out in LA for a while, and I went to rehab first there. These like kind of cushy Southern California resort types where they give you manicures and like, you know, shave your butt and whatever you expect to get at a rehab for $45,000, and kind of ran out of money. Insurance stopped accepting my claims, so I had to go to rehab here in Massachusetts, and bit of a different vibe, let me tell you. You go to a rehab somewhere in like the San Fernando Valley, they'll be telling you shit about how, oh, you gotta heal your spirit by forgiving yourself. You go to a facility in Braintree, they're like, forgive yourself! You fucking drove your mother's car into a fucking quarry! What are you talking about, huh? I get clean, guys, it worked. I love to do drugs, what can I say? I had a friend in the rehab I met. He told me he got addicted to coke in his 20s, because he loved going to parties. There would always be cocaine around. Yeah, man, I go to parties, there'd be cocaine around. He'd be like, I agree, man. When I went to parties in my 20s, there was always cocaine around, and the reason it was around is because I would bring it. It was not around prior to my arrival, guys. You know, I would make provisions. I'd be driving to fucking Weymouth and shit during the day. I'd be all over the place. I'd be securing that bag. And then sometimes the dealer would fall through. You know, the coke dealers famously aren't always around at 3:30 in the afternoon. So what do? How do we get the bag then? We invite them to the party. And I'm in a nice little suburban, quaint Melrose, Massachusetts party. There's Argyle sweaters. There's charcuterie. We got the coke dealer coming. Some people are annoyed. You know, he's a little uncouth. He's putting trap on the Bluetooth. You know, he's eating all the pasta salad. People are mad, but on the other hand, now we got a black guy at the party finally. So, I want to kick out the only one. Am I a degenerate drug addict, or am I the only person here who knows minorities, guys? It's kind of culturally enriching when you think about it. You know what drug I really like, though, more than any drug? I like nitrous, dude. I like to huff nitrous. Any gas heads in the house? A lot of brain cells in the house tonight. I love that. People ask me, Kev, why do you like to do that nitrous so much? I'm like, I don't know, man. It just made me feel like Crash Bandicoot. That's the best thing. I know this is the second time I brought up Crash Bandicoot in this set. You may be wondering if this is sponsored by Big Bandicoot. It's not. It just happens to be an integral figure in my life, guys. I don't know. I like to hum nitrous and go, I don't. It's just how it works. I don't know. It's the only thing I could really... If you don't know about this drug, it's a drug that you either do out of whipped cream canister or you fill it into a balloon and puff it out of a balloon. So, you know, you've heard of a party drug. It's a little more of a child's birthday drug. So anyways, if I had to play that game, Fuck, Marry, Kill with my drug of choice, I'd probably fuck cocaine, marry nitrous, and kill 2 pedestrians with the right of way. Clean. I had to get clean, so I started going to AA. And I'm going to blow in the anonymity thing right now. I'm new. Bear with me. I started going to AA. People warned me. They said, Kevin, you can't go to AA. That's a cult. And I was like, well, I'm an impressionable white guy in my 30s with no sense of direction. Obviously, I'm going to join a cult. You are lucky that is the cult I chose. I could be on a private island right now with Jared Leto's toes in my mouth. Instead, I joined a cult that's mainly about not crashing your car. There's more to it than that. But like a big part of AA is just don't wipe out on 93 North and kill a family of 4. That's what we're going for. I'm new again. I think that's one of the 12 traditions. I'm not sure. You know, I'm out in life. I'm living my best life. I'm fucking. Who's fucking? I hope. None of ya. This is an asexual room. You're like, we are one with the trees. We are budding. No, I'm fucking out here. I'm trying to be myself, a lovely, sexy lady, you know what I'm saying? But I can't keep up with the dirty talk these days. Girls, they say a lot of stuff. I don't know what to say, but I do know one thing you should never say, is you should never say, you already said that. That's going to kill the mood every time. Let me tell you. And it's like the girl, she's like, hi, I love your cock to me. I'm like, I heard you the first time, bitch. She's like, oh, do you like this pussy? I'm like, I told you. Yes! You are so insecure. I thought you were going to talk to your therapist about this. My God. Not fucking you again until you do your pussy affirmation. My pussy is nice, my pussy is nice, my pussy is valid, my pussy is... Oh, shit. I'm 32, which means that I'm now legally allowed to fuck people 10 years younger than me and 10 years older than me. It's a great time to be alive, guys. It's an enriching, educational experience. 1 minute I'm learning about Nancy Reagan and shoulder pads, and the other minute I'm learning that Hamas is actually not that bad. Hey, you gotta be down with terrorism. I don't make the rules, guys. I don't make the rules. All right. How much time do I have left here?
Like a minute.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you know, sometimes even an older woman, she doesn't want to tell you how old she is, so you gotta kind of tease it out there, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you can't just like go into a wallet with her ID, that's a little bit creepy, so I have a method I developed. It's called the 9/11 method. All you do casually, having breakfast, you know, you're making some eggs, you're making some bagels, whatever, you got the schmear, you got everything, you just say, hey, do you remember where you were on 9/11? And she'll always give you an answer that allows you to get it within plus or minus 1 year. You know, she'll give you an answer. She'll be like, I was studying for finals in my last year of college after taking a gap year. And then you just gotta be like, 47! Wow, she was good for her age. She is twice your age. Other times it backfired. She'll be like, I remember they rolled the television into my 2nd grade classroom and we're the same age. Ooh, you are not taking care of yourself. Crazy thing happened recently. You know, I actually slept with someone who was born after 9/11, which sounds illegal to some of the older folks in the room. It's not. She was in her 20s. She had a 401k, better match than me. 8%. How do you get 8% out of college? All right, about 75% of this room is not planning for retirement adequately. 8% is good. So anyways, here's the thing. It's a little strange, but all of the dirty talk, you know, I'm not great with it. Girls want to call me daddy. That's like a really weird thing to me. But this was the only time it finally felt right, you know? She's like, fuck me daddy. I'm like, I'm a daddy. Sit you down and tell people what our names are and not fake the morning.